Sup everybody, Jim's here with another video review for you, and today I am taking a look at the LEGO Superheroes Marvel Avengers Captain America. Oh yes, they brought out the big guy. And if you still don't know who this guy is, you don't have to look far but the shield. Seriously, if you didn't know who this guy was, you need to check up if you have a brain up in this thing at all. But anyway, so here we have Captain America. Sorry, I have no idea what just happened there. But anyway, just check for something. Yep, all good. Right, sorry. So here you have Captain America, and he's not like most of your average sort of Lego ball jointed themed builds like this. This building system has been first off introduced in Hero Factory and has been passed on to the Superhero Ultrabuild series. But for this case, for Captain America, this is very unusual. This is not common. Obviously you would have the arms, the legs, the body, and the head. The head's very nicely done, might I add. You know, the little fins on the side are very well done. The A, which is actually, you know, molded on there and painted on, is actually very impressive, as well as the face and the chest plate there is very cool. But this sort of armor thing here, um, is very unusual. The reason being is that I've never actually seen anything like this before, and if you can actually see in here, and if I actually remove it, this is actually what goes to make up his side plate. You know, just like this one here. And if I can actually get a clip back into place and fix it around here for 2 microscopic seconds, you can see that it adds, number one, a lot of extra bulk to the character, and secondly, it actually does seem quite cool. But obviously these are the classic colors of the American flag, you know, white, red and blue. Excuse me. But obviously, you know, we have Captain America. I'm actually just going to take off his shield for a minute, and that little thing there, and I'll get into articulation. His head can go up, pretty much all the way up, and pretty much near all the way down, so he's looking right down the front of his chest. It can go left to right, it can go 360. His arms, unfortunately, are blocked, so they can't go forward very far. Sorry. You know, they can't go very far forward. They can go a little bit back. They bend at the elbow at a 90-degree angle, and the hand pivots 360 degrees, and you know, everything else. No waist articulation. But the legs, and while I'm on that note, the legs have these new either friction joints or extender joints or extender pieces, which actually look very strange, might I add. But the legs can go forward and back, in and out. They bend at I think at what is it? This is well, it's the knees bend anyway, and the foot pivots around all the way. You know, various different poses. So even without his shield, you can still get some really cool poses out of Captain America. Yeah, something stupid like that, but anyway, and just before I do continue on, oops, bottle dropped. Anyway, these actual pieces here do flex about quite a bit, and these little pieces here can go up and down, so that flexes about, this moves up and down, so you can put it in any way you want, but it's actually a little bit tricky to keep it there, but yeah. But I'll move on to his shield for 2 seconds. Now, not only is it Captain America's classic weapon, really, it actually does resemble a lot from, number one, the Captain America movie, and secondly, that from the Avengers. Now, number one, it is very good size of a shield, I'll give it that, and secondly, it is super thin. if you can see it there. So pretty much, it is pretty much like a frisbee. So that's actually pretty funny. Now the unfortunate part I don't like about this is that instead of having a little thing you can peg into his hand, you know, like sort of at the side here, and then he can hold it upright like that, you actually have to plug stuff falling over. You actually have to plug this little tab into his little thing in his hand. So therefore, if he was to hold his hand straight out, he will be holding it like it was a plate or something. That's the only unfortunate part. But the cool part is that, if I take Captain America off camera for a moment, is that you can get some really cool sort of poses out of him. And if you wanted to do custom photos or something, you can have some really cool photos like this. You know, anything kind of like this, obviously. But I must say, Captain America is actually a very nice figure. Am I going to keep this guy forever? Unfortunately, no. I think I've really only bought this guy for spare parts, but I wanted to review him before I took him apart for spare parts. But there is one or two little things I want to tab on, I want to talk about first. The first thing is that, you know, it's new parts, and secondly, first off, this shield is a new part altogether. You know, they had to specifically put on these little like stickers. They're not stickers that you have to put on yourself. They actually come imprinted on, so you cannot remove them. That's actually incredibly cool, because personally I would fear that I would screw it all up. And secondly, this is a new armor piece that you can actually just, if I take this panel here, that you can actually tab on just there. So it actually looks pretty cool. Now, this extra armor piece is to be introduced in the Hero Factory set of this summer. But Captain America is the first figure of 2012 to have this armor piece. So it's actually cool to see that. So I will plug it back in, and then I will wrap up the review. So, do I recommend this figure? For all those Marvel superhero fans and Lego fans, this would definitely be a figure for you. For me, no, unfortunately. But I would highly, highly recommend this for anyone of any interest. But that is it for this review. And just as a sneak peek for what I'm doing in my next review of this series, it is the one and only Iron Man. So you have Iron Man. Alrighty, thank you very much for watching. Alright, this is Knight/22 Jr. Subscribe to my channel for videos and more. Like me on Facebook by searching for Knight/22 Jr. Please ensure to be tuned in next Wednesday whenever I upload my video to celebrate my 2nd anniversary of being on YouTube. Oh, cool! But until then, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye everybody, and see you next time.